Divorce in the Family Business, Part 2. Who stays and who goes? Both parties are often emotionally as well as financially invested in the business. It may also have been a major part of their social lives, as is found with franchise owners who develop a business and social community. Working together after divorce is an admirable goal, but it may not be realistic for many divorcing couples. A key question to answer is, after the divorce, can I continue to see my ex every day and work together to run the business? More often, one party would be working for the other. So separating personal issues that gave rise to the divorce from entering into the workplace is very challenging and for the majority, next to impossible. A divorce can be an emotional and contentious matter, as a couple has to divide assets, such as the matrimonial home, agree on child custody, visitation, co-parenting, and support. Divorcing couples often do not see eye to eye on these issues, especially where considerable assets are involved, therefore impacting how they deal with the business. The business will either survive or die during the divorce process. If the parties are not able to run the business together, the natural question that follows is, can one party run it on their own, and if so, who? Factors in deciding who should stay or who should go include clear and calm, rational thinking, which is required when assessing who stays or goes. Not easy in an emotional process like divorce. The use of a neutral mediator can help the parties analyze their respective needs post-divorce and how best to maximize their joint net worth from the business. Divorce lawyers advocate and fight for their respective clients' rights, but such an approach is adversarial in an already emotional situation and may pit one against the other. The best answer may be a compromise. Some factors I use to guide couples to determine who stays and who goes include 1. Who's the primary contributor? Which party had a more active role in the management, innovation, development, and sales of the business that without them the business would falter or not survive? Although each may have contributed, quite often one spouse may have had the primary or dominant role in the business. I often hear, I built the business, or I'm the business. 2. What's the knowledge of the business? Both parties may have been active in the business, but the key knowledge of the business may reside in one party, as one spouse may have had an administrative role and does not possess the knowledge to grow or sustain the business. 3. Is it a family legacy business? If the business was handed down from parents, it may be the desire to keep the business in the family. If the in-law was running the business, consideration would need to be given to whether there was another family member who could assume the in-law's role or ownership. If not, are they prepared to let the family legacy go? 4. What's the relationship with employees and management? The toughest situation is where both partners in the marriage are also both active partners in the business, where family members and employees end up getting involved by taking sides with one partner versus the other, says Don Schwarzler, founder of the Family Business Institute. The remaining spouse will need good working relationships and the support of staff to be successful. 5. What are the parenting demands for children of the couple? The parties may still have minor children that require care and as such limits the time as single parents that they can spend in the operation of the business. 6. What is their need for income from the business? Both parties may have drawn earnings from the business as a form of income splitting, or salaries paid for work may have been higher than market rates. These income impacts would need to be addressed in order to reach agreement on what terms a spouse may exit the business. The exiting spouse may not have good employment options outside of the business and would need to be compensated for that. And 7, what is the ability to buy out the other spouse? Half of the business value needs to be paid out by the remaining spouse and can prove to be crippling to the cash flow of the business and the spouse. Banks will only provide financing if they feel the spouse retaining the business will be able to operate and continue it. So what's the role of a mediator? The role of a mediator is to remove or mitigate the emotion and have the divorcing couple take the divorce out of the business decisions that need to be made, continually refocusing them on answering the question, what is in the best interest of the survival of the business, which is then in our best interest and that of our children? In the next segment, I will focus on the key success factors of working in the family business post-divorce.